Hello and welcome back to my page, The Storm of the Brain. My name is Eddie Acosta, and today I want to share with you all on how to make a drink called the Gordon's Breakfast. Now, what can I tell you about this drink? So this drink originates from the person who made the drink is called Sam Ross, who is a bartender at Little Branch in New York. It essentially is an alternative to a Bloody Mary. Now, on the topic of Bloody Marys, enchiladas, just drinks that are savory but sometimes come in meal formats, that's in my experience. What are my thoughts on it? They're not my go-to. It's just really based on just the bar or restaurant that I go to. If I just see that they don't overdo it with the toppings, I'll give it a try. But nonetheless, up until this point, I definitely try to stay away from ordering Bloody Marys or micheladas at restaurants or bars. Now, does that mean that I'm opposed to it? No, definitely not. And drinks like these basically restore my faith. I mean, with that being said, some things that I kind of want to actually introduce and clarify. So, with the Gordon's Breakfast, it's actually a riff on Sasha Petrosky, who is a late bartender / bar owner of a bar called Milk and Honey that's located in New York and opened in 1999. The Gordon's Breakfast is a riff on the Gordon's Cup. Now, bear with me here. What riff, how I can define riff, is essentially it's a term used in craft cocktail bars to explain that a drink's ingredient, or there was an original drink that this said drink, so in this case the Gordon's Breakfast, or the Gordon's Cup, the ingredients of said cocktail were swapped out, substituted, to basically push the drink and the drink's flavor profile into a new direction. So in this case, Sasha Petrosky's Gordon's Cup, which is essentially a riff on the original drink, the caipirinha. The caipirinha, the base spirit, is cachaça. And in this case, Sasha Petrosky switched out cachaça for gin and added cucumber slices. And in this case, Sam Ross essentially used the Bloody Mary as a backdrop to come up with the Gordon's Breakfast, since the Gordon's Breakfast teaser is incorporating Worcestershire sauce. That's the word, the spelling of it. It's a mouthful, but I'm hoping that I said it right. Worcestershire sauce. You're incorporating that with some hot sauce, and we have, again, a teaser. You get the Gordon's Breakfast. So I feel, definitely with St.Patrick's Day coming up, based on my experiences of working St. Patrick's Day behind the bar, it's a day that sometimes people can kind of go a little over the top with the drinking and, have to face the repercussions the following morning. So in this case, in my eyes, I definitely see this as a drink, as a pick-me-up drink for the next day, the next morning. It's definitely refreshing. It's savory, and all around. In my eyes, it's just an awesome alternative to a Bloody Mary or a Bloody Mary. So with that being said, let me show you how to make it.
To begin, we want to start off with adding 6 lime wedges to our small shaking tin. We then want to follow that up by adding 3 slices of cucumber in our tin. So now you want to go ahead and grab your jigger. Here I am showing off the new Pina Barware Slim Jigger that I bought off Movers and Shakers. And you're going to add 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup. Now you want to go ahead and give 2 dashes of Worcestershire sauce. In this case, my bottle doesn't have a dasher, so I'm just kind of closing the lip and giving 2 dirty dashes. Next up, 2 to 4 dashes of hot sauce. 2 things. I have tapatio on hand. You could use whatever hot sauce you want. And secondly, 2 to 4 dashes depending on how spicy you want your drink. With these ingredients in your small shaking tin, you want to give a light to moderate muddle. And the last ingredient you want to add before shaking is 2 ounces of gin. After adding your gin, you want to fill up your small shaking tin with ice, lock in your tins, and give it a nice hard shake for approximately 15 to 30 seconds or until you feel the tins frosted. Grab your chilled rocks glass, pop open your shaking tins. Now this drink you're going to want to do a dirty pour, which A means we're not going to be using a Hawthorne strainer, and B, you're just pouring all the contents of your shaking tin into the glassware. Now, this is me being meticulous. I'm just kind of pushing down the lime wedges, kind of want to have it, if not in the middle of the drink, then definitely below, but serve as you will. And the last 2 items on our ingredient list, you want to garnish the drink with a little bit of salt, followed by a little bit of pepper. And there you have it, the Gordon's breakfast. Say it with me, cheers. So let's get into the tasting notes of the drink. Right off the bat, it is just a delicious, savory, refreshing drink. The sugar from the simple syrup balances out the tartness from the lime juice and lime oils coming from the lime peels. There's a nice kick to this drink coming from the gin and the hot sauce. A solid daytime drink to add to your drinking rotation.